Hello, my name is Darren Marks, and my colleague on the right, Fred Ellis, and I are excited to share this webinar to highlight two Eastern Oregon University programs, as well as the online programs we offer. Thank you for reviewing our webinar to learn more about Eastern Oregon University. As education liaisons, our job is to help students succeed. In order to do that, it is important to meet you halfway and support your journey the first time you express interest in EOU. During the presentation, you will learn about accelerated credit options and how they apply to your past and current work experiences. Stay tuned and learn more about the process from our presenters, Priscilla Valero and Terry Walters. They are both instructors and are excited to share all about the assessment of prior experiential learning, or APEL as we call it, and agency-sponsored learning, ASL, accelerated credit options. You will also hear from an alumnus, Jerry Mott. Jerry is a Deputy Chief of Police with Dallas, Oregon Police Department. He will tell you how he used his past work experience as credit towards his degree at EOU. I will provide information about scholarships that highlight the partnership we have with Phi Theta Kappa National Organization. Students who complete the EDGE and Leadership programs can earn agency-sponsored learning credits by completing these courses at a reduced tuition of $50 a credit. Now, before we begin, a few housekeeping items to cover. If you have any questions, feel free to send an email to either of us or use the chat box feature. We will reach out to you as soon as we can. The best way for us to learn about you and your interests, answer any questions you may have, is to complete a 3-minute survey. I will share at the conclusion of the webinar this survey. By completing the survey, you will be entered into a raffle for a chance to win a $25 Amazon gift card. Thanks for watching the presentation, and we look forward to answering any questions you may have. As you can see in this aerial view of the campus, it is absolutely stunning. The campus is in La Grande, Oregon, and in the beautiful Grand Ronde Valley in northeastern Oregon. We offer 25 majors and 19 minors, ranging from business administration, computer science, fire service administration, and psychology. A little bit background on Eastern Oregon University to give you the opportunity to become familiar with who we are as a public university located in the state of Oregon. We opened our doors in 1929, originally as a teacher training school located in rural Eastern Oregon. Since then, we've expanded our programs and become the most affordable public university in the state, and regularly recognized as a military-friendly gold standard university for our service to supporting military members and U.S. veterans. Both things we are very, very proud of. Believe it or not, Eastern Oregon University was one of the first schools in the nation to develop distance education. We became a trend center in adult and distance education starting in 1986. The early years involved mailing videotape lessons to students across the country and has continued to evolve in offering students quality online education across the world. In fact, our online students receive all the same benefits as our on-campus students, plus the flexibility to learn on your own time, right from the comfort of your own space. Now, to begin the agenda and learn a little bit more about today's presentation. Let's meet today's presenters and learn a little bit more what is APEL and ASL. The first presenter is Priscilla Valero, and she's a regional director, and her office is located at Treasure Valley Community College. She's also an advisor and instructor for the program. And she'll provide a little additional background, kind of the 50,000 foot level, what the programs are. And then the next speaker is Terry Walters, who will provide a little bit more in depth. Her role is she's a regional director at Chemeketa Community College in Salem, Oregon. As mentioned, she's also an instructor as well as an advisor there for online students in that region. The third guest is Jerry Mott. He's the Deputy Police Chief in Dallas, Oregon, and he'll provide his perspective of the program and give you some ideas and thoughts about how it works and how it could impact you in both accelerating your credits and as well as saving you financially through using the programs and the credit options. A little bit about today's presentation. I'll share with you why the degrees that we offer and what makes our programs unique, as well as the transferable credits. We are very transfer-friendly institutions mentioned earlier, and additional scholarships. What are the scholarships that we offer? And then a little bit more details about the student support services we provide, admission requirements and next steps. And then at the very end, if you have any questions, feel free to shoot myself or Fred an email, and then complete the survey at the end of the presentation. With that, I'd like to introduce Priscilla Valero.
Hello, my name is Priscilla Valero with Eastern Oregon University, and I am the online APEL instructor. Two accelerated options at EOU is APEL and ASL. What is APEL? APEL is Assessment of Prior Experiential Learning, also known as Prior Learning Assessment, PLA. EOU has been doing APEL for 30 plus years. With APEL, you can earn credits outside of higher education institutions at a reduced tuition rate and earn EOU residency for your degree. Up to 45 credits can be earned through the APEL process and can be applied to your major, minor, general education requirements, or electives. You have to take the class either online or on-site as a weekend course at regular tuition rate to begin the APEL process. What is ASL? ASL is agency-sponsored learning. You can earn credit by showing documentation of completion of outside training, and you can earn up to 45 credits towards your degree. Documentation can be a certificate and/or license of completion of training. This is a case by case, so please talk to your advisor about ASL. Just a quick review about APEL and ASL before Terry Walters goes more into detail. You can earn a maximum of 45 credits which can be applied towards your degree at EOU. Students with prior experiential learning should take APEL. In this course, students will build a portfolio. Students with prior training should consider talking with their advisor about ASL credit. EOU has great accelerated options for students with prior experiential learning.
Hi students, I am Terry Walters, Eastern Oregon University, and the instructor for APEL 390, Portfolio Development. So, how do you get started? You take the class. Probably before you take the class, you check with your academic advisor, have an interview, and find the gaps in your program where maybe the APEL credits could be used. Your experiences could be in volunteer work, within your profession, sometimes travel. There's an awful lot of areas outside of higher education that you have done and taken and learned an awful lot, and you don't necessarily know that it's college credit unless you take the class, find out what qualifies. Your degree expectations, that can be done through the class. We teach how to look and what to look for faculty expectations. This is based on each discipline. Each discipline, as you can imagine, is very different depending upon the area that you write, the area of your experience, and each portfolio is very different. We teach you that in class. Also, just get started. Take the class, and through the assignments, you will develop a wonderful portfolio shell, and then the instructors will help you learn and teach you how to complete the process. Eastern Oregon University is amazing. They allow up to 45 credits through APEL. It's reduced tuition. It qualifies for residency. It can be lower division, it can be upper division, it can be a gen ed, it can be a major credits or minor credits, or it can be just electives. But it's definitely worth investigating, and I hope it works in your program.
My name is Jerry Mott. I completed a Bachelor of Science in 2018. I'm like a lot of later life learners or non-traditional students, and when I graduated high school, I didn't really have the ability or opportunity to go right to a university. So I spent a career almost 2 decades long at that point in public safety, working in law enforcement. And during my time in public safety, I attended numerous academies, numerous trainings, thousands of hours of training, like all persons, whether they're in fire or policing, whatever you're doing in public safety, you get a great deal of training. I got to a point in my career where I couldn't go any further, or would have difficulty going any further without a 4-year degree. So I started looking at Oregon's universities and the programs they offered, the availability of attending those from a remote location, because I am fixed in my career. I can't move around in the state. Part of the way I approach this problem is, or this circumstance, is looking at the time commitment involved and how I could lessen my time commitment while at the same time retaining the educational value of earning that degree. I also looked at the expense associated with earning the degree. I believe that there's a return on investment for education, but the investment still costs money, and when you're later in your career, your time to recover that cost is not as great. So I ultimately settled on Eastern Oregon University, and part of the decision-making process that helped me get to that point was Eastern Oregon's APEL, their assessment for prior experiential learning, and the agency-sponsored learning programs we have. Each program allows up to 45 credits at $50 a credit for writing and demonstrating an understanding of academic theory as it relates to prior learning you've had through some advanced or more significant training at work, and also through some life experiences or some educational experiences that you've achieved in your professional life. The APEL process, the essay writing process, has some added bonuses that you don't realize while you're gearing up for them. The first one is, it's kind of more an emotional one, is by correlating the academic theory to those skill sets that you learn at your professional life, there's some validation there in the value of the emotional labor and sweat equity that you've poured into development of those skills. It feels good to understand that maybe your blue-collar job has an academic tie-in, or that an academic theory answers that skill set that you developed at your blue-collar job, if that's what you have. The other advantage to APEL, and why I'd recommend getting into it early, or getting into the APEL class, is the portfolio development, especially if you're a business or communications major or minor, or both, like me. I as a double minor. That portfolio development answers and helps you in some later classes. The value of that being done early ripples, but it also ripples into your professional life in helping you develop a more robust resume. If you're using or plan to use your degree to gain a better job, even if you didn't need the APEL credits or didn't intend to write the essay, that portfolio development component is highly valuable, in my opinion. I'll talk a little bit about the academics associated with it. I know I touched on it briefly, but the 2021 per credit cost, the EOU, is $265 a credit online. The APEL transfer and ASL transfer cost is $50 per credit. So if you use these programs for half of what they're worth, the tuition savings alone is $9,675. If you factor in books and other materials, your savings is well above $10,000. I'm not going to lie, it's hard work. Writing these essays it is going to be hard work. It's not a shortcut necessarily in terms of what you learn or your development as a student, but it is a way to get there in a non-traditional way. And I think a way that ultimately is as valuable or more valuable even than perhaps being in the seat taking the traditional class.
Well, we'd like to share with you all the programs that we offer. So you can see there's a variety of opportunities and majors, ranging from accounting, anthropology, sociology, to economics, mentioned before, emergency medical service administration, history, interdisciplinary studies, which is basically combining two minors into a major, information technology management, which I haven't listed here yet, but starting next fall, cybersecurity will be launching, and really excited about other opportunities, other programs such as psychology and public administration. You can also see in this slide, take you to this website, online.eou.edu, which shares all the programs with information about classes and such you would be taking as well. As I mentioned earlier, you can transfer up to 135 credits. Credit cost for undergrads is $265 for in-state. Out-of-state is a little bit higher. Happy to share with you the additional information about that. And we are very affordable and very transfer friendly, as we shared earlier. We would like to highlight scholarship opportunities for you to transfer to EOU. So there is an opportunity for a $2,000 transfer and returning student success award. Additional $500 when you transfer with a completed associate's degree. And also, over the last couple of years, we've had just announced the $1,000 Phi Theta Kappa Mountaineer Scholarship. So if you combine those three, that's up to $3,500 in your first year alone. To highlight the Phi Theta Kappa program opportunity, we are the first university in the country to award college credits by completing the PTK EDGE courses and the Leadership Development Studies course through agency-sponsored learning. So this is through this program, you are able to earn credits by completing those PTK courses. So very exciting, and we are the first and groundbreaking university to partner with Phi Theta Kappa in this relationship. We are so excited to support you through your journey to transferring to EOU. So this is the step-by-step process. So we would connect you with an enrollment counselor to choose the program specifically of your interest. Once you've chosen, we'll support you on your enrollment. A little bit about the class sizes, very small class sizes, real-world experience, and very supportive environment. And we'll support you all the way to graduation, where you'll be assigned a success coach who will regularly check in with you through your experience through EOU. So we're really excited about all of this support that you will have, and supporting you to make sure you are on the path to success. What is the admission process? So you will need to complete an application and submit the application fee. Once you've done that, we will work with you on submitting all your transcripts from your previous institutions that you've attended. Work with you on all that, work with you on any scholarship applications and such. We'll also work with you, and your enrollment counselor will work with you on identifying the ASL, APEL opportunities, and then make sure you fill out your FAFSA and other financial aid, scholarship, and opportunities. So your enrollment counselor will help you through each process, each step of the way. Here are some key dates to remember. So this upcoming summer 2021, classes begin June 21st, 2021, and the application date is June 14th. For the upcoming fall 2021, classes begin on September 27th, and the application deadline is September 20th. So here's a link down below for registration. So we are happy, Fred or I are happy to walk you through that process as well. So feel free to ask any questions you may have and send us an email. Thank you for viewing the webinar to learn more about our accelerated learning credit programs. As mentioned earlier, if you have any questions, feel free to send Fred Ellis or myself an email. You will also see a QR code that takes you to a survey to complete to learn more about you and your interests. Once you complete the survey, you'll be entered into a monthly drawing for a $25 Amazon gift card. Have a great day, and we wish you well on your educational journey.